You already have enough knowledge, enough skills, enough expertise, enough experience to start sharing your creations with the world, to start sharing your message with the world, to start sharing your art, your project, whatever it is you want to share with the world, to start that business. The only thing that's in the way is your conflicting beliefs, your limiting beliefs, so to say. Because you might think, who am I to share that? Who am I to put something that I care about out there? Because people are not going to care anyways. Like, there's so many people out there who are better than me. There's so many people out there who are already doing what I'm doing. But that's the exact thing that's holding you back. And that's not true. Of course, there are many people out there who are doing something similar to what you're doing. Of course, there are many people out there who are maybe in the same niche, in the same lane, who do a similar type of thing that you're doing, or talk about a similar type of message, but nobody can talk about it the way you do if you bring the real you to it. And a lot of times we block ourselves because we don't show up as our authentic selves. We feel like we have to then adjust ourselves so that we are being accepted. But when you do that, it sucks because it feels inauthentic to you and also feels inauthentic to other people. And you also don't need a perfectly laid out script. You don't need a perfectly laid out setup. I'm just sitting here in nature talking to you from my intuition. I just let it flow like that because there was a time when I thought I have to have the perfect lighting, the perfect setup, have to have a fancy camera and all of that stuff. But the more equipment I got, the more I helped myself back from actually doing it. And the more I fell into this perfectionism. And then I wrote down my script. Then I read one line, recorded it, cut it out. And it felt so inauthentic to me. I felt so stiff about it. And the moment I just let that go and allowed myself to speak intuitively about the things I already know about and just let the stream of consciousness flow for me, the better it felt. And all of a sudden, the more people I started to attract who resonate with my energy. Not saying that the other thing was something different. I talked about the same things, but it didn't feel the same way. Because what you need to understand is that people don't care about the words that you say or the perfect script. They care about your energy and about what you are sending out. And for me personally, it's even more, if you're more likable to me. I like people who are stumbling sometimes, who are speaking in a flow where it feels like they're human, right? Because you have so much AI stuff out there, you have so much, you have so many people who are reading from scripts, and if you're intuitive, you can feel that energy. And to me, that's often like a turnoff, even if they have a lot of expertise, even if they know a lot of their things. And you can do it. I'm not saying that you can't do that. Like if you feel more, if it feels good to you and if you're still doing it in a way that feels right to you, do it. But my message is to just allow yourself to start expressing what wants to come through without overthinking so much. Because the more you think about it, the more you hold yourself back from creating, the more you hold yourself back from actually putting it out there. And the longer you wait, the bigger this tension starts to build up inside of you. And to be honest with you, I've been there for a very long time. I wanted to write an ebook and launch it in 2021. And honestly, I already had the knowledge. I already knew about the stuff. I could have written something already. Not in the way I did it now, but what blocked me wasn't that I wasn't good enough. It was the belief that I'm not good enough. It was the belief that I don't have something that people will value. Because I thought to myself, who am I to write something? Who am I to share something with the world? Who am I to go out there? Nobody will care anyways. Nobody will buy it from me. But when I let go of that belief, I just did it. And I just put it out there. And people started buying it. I was like, okay. There actually people care about it. And people who bought it thanked me for me putting it out there, for me putting this together. And the thing is, because a big limiting belief that many people have before they start sharing it, now one I had before it too, it's like there are already so many people who are doing what I'm doing or what I'm talking about. Yes, but there's nothing new under the sun. Everyone has learned something from somebody else. But the truth is nobody can put it in a way out there like you. And you don't need to speak to everyone. You need to speak to the people who are in resonance with you and your energy. And when you do that, you will attract the right people who will love you for who you are, who will buy your products, who will buy your services, who will want to work with you, will want to do business with you. Or if you're an artist, because I also make music, and once I let go of the the urge to fit into the industry, I also started attracting people who were in resonance with my music, and I started to build my own community where I did my own events and started just putting my people together in one space. And now I have my own community, and it's growing as well. But it all happened when I started to let go of trying to fit in and trying to be perfect or trying to be a cool guy or fit into this whole music industry. But same with business, or same with starting a YouTube channel, starting to create. It's the same principle. Just allow yourself to talk from your experience. Don't try to impress somebody. Don't talk about things that you haven't experienced or that you don't know about. Talk about where you are in your journey. And when you speak, when you share your message, imagine yourself speaking to a past version of you, the version from 5 years ago, the version from 10 years ago. Because a lot of times you think that what you know, everyone else knows, but it's not the truth. Many people are still where you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and they would love to hear your message. They would love to learn from you, and they would also love to pay you if they knew that you existed, if they knew that your message and what you have to offer existed. And again, there's nothing new under the sun, but you can pick out the pieces of what you've learned, even if it's from different teachers, different books, and your own experience combined together, and then put it out in your way. And then it becomes your unique methodology, your unique way of teaching, your unique way of sharing your knowledge, your skill, your expertise, whatever it is you want to put out. Your art, same with art. You are inspired by many musicians, many painters, many artists out there, and then you create your own creation, right? But no artist just started out and had it all, had this unique touch right away. They learned from the pros and then they created their own thing. And you can do the same thing, and you already have enough inside of you. You already are connected to the infinite intelligence that flows through you. And I'm sure you had a moment in your life where you were like, and it shifted your entire paradigm, right? It shifted how you see things differently. And many people haven't experienced that yet. And if you can show them how they can access this knowledge, access this paradigm shift, or shift into this new perspective, then these people will feel attracted to you. And again, they're attracted to your energy. It doesn't necessarily matter how things are set up. Again, I'm doing this in nature because I love being in nature. And you probably love being in nature too. That's why I clicked on this video. I don't use fancy thumbnails. I just allow it to grow naturally and allow the people who resonate with it to click on it. You can use titles and all that stuff, study hooks and stuff like this. But at the end of the day, you still have to use your own way. And the more you are being you, the more people feel that. And then they like you for who you are. And those who don't, you don't need them anyways. But you simply need to talk about the things that you know about, that you have experienced, and imagine yourself FaceTiming or sending a video message to the past you. So often imagine myself speaking to a past version of myself, although I'm speaking to you right now. But if you're still here, you're probably benefiting from this, and you are probably where I used to be in the past, or some part of where I used to be. And the same goes for you. You can talk to somebody else who has been in the past. Because if you're watching this, you're probably still holding back from creating, or you're starting and then you pull back. And this is where I've been for a long time, because I was thinking too much, and I felt like what I'm doing is corny, what I'm doing is out of, is nobody cares, all of these thoughts. But it doesn't matter. And you shouldn't do it for the sake of attention. You just put out what's wanting to come for you, what's important to you. You start putting things together that you genuinely want to serve the world with. You don't just write an ebook to make money. Of course, that's part of the equation. But you start writing it because you want to help a specific person with a specific problem. The same with any other service that you create or any piece of art that you want to put out. You care about it, and the people who care about what you care about will be attracted to you. So just allow yourself to start and get going. What I figured out in my path is just that often we have conflicting beliefs that are in the way with what we say that we want. So for example, you say, I want to start a YouTube channel, but every time you're about to get started, you sabotage yourself. You hold yourself back from making a video. You eat a lot of junk food or just a lot of food in general, and then you're tired and it's like, oh, not today. Or you watch a lot of Netflix, you doom scroll, whatever that distraction is, or even books. Sometimes we lose ourselves in books and studying, and using it as an excuse of being productive. But in actuality, we don't apply any of that or don't share any of that. And then we just keep it in, and then we are smart, but we're still not doing what we want to do. And often because there's a saying that people are always doing the best from what they know. That's not true. People are always doing the best from the level of consciousness they're in. Because sometimes you know what to do, but you're not doing it, right? But when you are in the level of consciousness where you do what you know, you're in the consciousness where you're doing it, if that makes sense. So it's not really about knowing what to do, it's about doing it. And when you do it, that's when you are actually embodying what you know and embodying what you know that you can be. But you just got to start and allow yourself to get going. And very important, you need to clear out the beliefs that are holding you back. Like I said before, it took me 5 years to actually launch an ebook. Could have launched it back then. But also everything comes in perfect timing, I know that. Like I had to grow into the version. But what helped me back were those conflicting beliefs that were in conflict with what I say that I wanted. And I didn't know for a long time why I always wasn't that rhythm, why I never took the time to do it, why I started putting things out and then ghosting. Like I always was in this rhythm where I started posting consistently on my music channel, also on the teaching pages. And when I saw that things started to take traction, I pulled back and I didn't know why. And then I ghosted for 2 weeks, and then I showed up for a week again, then I ghosted for 3 weeks. And it was a pattern. And recently I went deeper into this because sometimes I still feel that, but I'm moving regardless of that fear because I can point it out. And for me, it was because I was afraid. The pattern that came up for me was that every time things start to take traction, I feel the fear of being seen, but not just the fear of being seen like other people say it, it's the fear of being vulnerable. Because I grew up with a schizophrenic brother, my home wasn't safe, I had a lot of shame around this. And when people, in my childhood, I didn't want people to know because I didn't want it that people can use that against me. And a lot of times I've been threatened by neighbors, like the government threatened my family, so to say, that they're going to take me away from my mother. And so for me, the pattern is that when I'm being seen, that people can take something away from me, my freedom, by being vulnerable and by being able to attack me. And also because I was one of the only mixed-race kids in school, because I grew up in Vienna, Austria, a predominantly white country. And a lot of times I heard, you're a foreigner, go back to where you came from, you don't belong here. And I never felt like I belonged. So I always felt like I had to fit in. And that's why I also often felt like when I show up as my authentic self, I won't be accepted. But now I know what this part is trying to do when it sabotages me, so to say, because I see the pattern clearly. And now I just do it. And I talk to that part inside of me and say, we're safe. Little kid inside, we're safe, you know? We're doing this. We're doing something good. We're helping people. We're doing it with pure intention, so nothing to be afraid of. And of course, people might hate me at some point, or maybe even hate me now, or don't agree with what I'm saying, or even gonna attack me. Those are legit possibilities, but at the end of the day, you gotta have the courage to still express your soul's truth, because you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for the people who need your message, who need your service, who need what you have to offer, your unique gift, your unique calling that you're supposed to express. So allow yourself to show up and put out what you feel called to put out, whether that's art, whether that's a specific service, how you want to help the world, genuinely from the heart, whether that is coding, I don't know, maybe you have a big passion for coding. Whatever it is, allow yourself to express it and allow yourself to show up on the internet, because when you show up on the internet, you can reach the right people. That's the power of social media. If you use it consciously, social media is a great tool. And you can reach the right people, you can connect with the right people, and the right people can find you, who will then love what you do and who will want to do business with you, or who will become your fans, your community. Just start creating and allow yourself to show up. And if you struggle with those conflicting beliefs and don't know how to clear them out to get started with your creations, with your projects, with what you want to put out into the world, I've created something called the Root Pattern Decoder, which shows you which is a process that shows you how to uncover those hidden beliefs so that you can start transforming it within 15 minutes. It's a short process, no clickbait, but it really helps you to identify that. And it really took me a long time to access this, to really get in tune with those parts. And this will help you to start transforming it. So if this speaks to you, you can get it in the link in the description. And apart from that, I hope this was helpful for you. Again, allow yourself to show up. You already know enough. You already have enough skills. You already have enough expertise. Your experience, your knowledge is your expertise, and there's no one else like you. And people will be attracted to you and what you have to offer once they start to know that you exist. You just gotta allow yourself to show up and put it out there. So allow yourself to get going, allow yourself to get started. I thank you for your time. I'm Law, and this is The Way of Law.